Alexander Isak training away from Newcastle squad as Liverpool receive new transfer boost. Bayern source reveals Luis Diaz transfer update that Liverpool fans will love. Hello, Reds fan! Come check out the latest news from the greatest and best club in the world. Summer at Anfield is heating up, and Liverpool have no plans to slow down after securing the Premier League title. According to commentator Mark Goldbridge, the club has already opened talks with Rodrigo and Real Madrid for a potential transfer. The information, backed by Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany, shows that Liverpool are closely monitoring the situation and ready to act fast. The board is showing clear ambition to keep the team at the top under Arne Slot's leadership. This potential signing is directly linked to Luis Diaz's future. The Colombian could be on his way to Bayern Munich, which would free up space in the squad and financial resources to go big on the Brazilian. Goldbridge was emphatic in saying that Rodrigo moving to Liverpool is very possible, but it all hinges on the Diaz sale going through. This transfer window marks a radical shift in the club's approach. Just recently, fans complained about the board's lack of ambition. Now they're watching with excitement as Liverpool aggressively moves in the market, even willing to break records to maintain the squad's high standards. With the Premier League trophy in hand, Liverpool strengthens its status as one of Europe's most attractive clubs, and that's having a direct impact on transfer activity. Goldbridge praised the club's strategic approach and highlighted the board's flexibility, noting that they've already made key signings and are close to bringing in a new center back. Alongside Rodrigo, Liverpool are monitoring names like Faris Jaibi from Lyon and are carefully evaluating Diaz's situation. As for Rodrigo, the talent is undeniable, even though he's faced some recent criticism. Goldbridge mentioned that his crown has slightly slipped, with some now viewing him as a disappointment. Still, he firmly believes the Brazilian has what it takes to shine in the Premier League. Goldbridge emphasized that it all comes down to the right environment. A player like Rodrigo can thrive and reach his peak in a well-structured club with a competent coach and clear playing style, and that's exactly what Liverpool offers. Compared to other clubs like Tottenham, Goldbridge said the pressure might be too overwhelming at a team not yet viewed as a true powerhouse. At Liverpool, Rodrigo would find the ideal conditions to succeed. While more experienced than many think, the forward still has room to grow, especially within the winning culture Liverpool has built. If Luis Diaz really moves to Bayern, Liverpool must act quickly. According to Mark Goldbridge, the signing of Rodrigo could be completed just before or shortly after this potential deal with the German club. The board and the coaching staff, led by Arne Slot, are being praised for their strategic planning and firm stance in this transfer window. With only 3 weeks until the start of the season, Liverpool is showing that it is in control of its own destiny. Although the deal for Rodrigo is not yet finalized, the message is clear. The club is ready to move forward with confidence, intelligence, and ambition in the post-Klopp era.
Things are heating up in Newcastle, and it's no coincidence. Alexander Isak, one of the Premier League's most promising strikers, was seen training away from the Magpies' first team, further fueling speculation about his future. And who's on the radar? Yes, our Liverpool. With rumors linking the Swedish striker to Liverpool, alongside interest from Al Hilal, the backstage buzz hasn't gone unnoticed. Newcastle insists Isak is not for sale, but the situation seems far more complicated. According to close sources, the Reds have made an approach that could reach up to £120 million. And for anyone who saw Isak training alone after being left out of the loss to Celtic, the signs were clear. Something's brewing. Despite the official explanation being a precaution due to discomfort in his thigh, the timing is too coincidental to ignore. Adding fuel to the fire, there are reports that Isak wants a new contract, demanding €300,000 per week, a figure that would shatter Newcastle's current wage structure. Few clubs in the world can afford that. Liverpool is one of them. While Eddie Howe tries to keep things calm, he's already admitting he can't guarantee the player's stay. "I never give guarantees about anyone. I've been in football long enough to know how things go," said the coach. The message is clear. Isak could be on the move. And that's where Liverpool comes in. We've already brought in Hugo Ekitike on a significant fee and a reported salary of around €250,000 per week. But Isak is on another level. With 62 goals in 109 games and a playing style that fits Arne Slot's system perfectly, the Swede is the modern striker prototype. Fast, technical, smart, and a lethal finisher. A name that would easily slot into our attack alongside Salah, Diaz, and Ekitike. The truth is, Isak has already shown interest. Fabrizio Romano even stated that the player hasn't closed the door to a Liverpool move. And with Slot prioritizing mobile forwards who press, move off the ball, and link play, Isak seems tailor-made for this new Liverpool being built after the Klopp era. But there's a catch: the wages. FSG's model is clear: financial control and dressing room balance. Salah, the biggest name of the club's recent era, earns just slightly above that. Placing Isak at the top of the wage bill could trigger a domino effect that's tough to manage internally. That's why, for now, Ekitike's arrival looks safer and more strategic. Isak's name continues to resonate with Liverpool fans, not only for his talent, but for the offensive boost he could bring. Young and proven in the Premier League, he has the presence to lead a title-winning attack. His relationship with Newcastle is worsening, with stalled contract talks and tension following the exit of their sporting director. If Newcastle won't meet his wage demands, Isak may seek a move, and Liverpool, already interested, could make a move at the right moment, just like with Van Dijk, Alisson, and Nunez. Although Ekitike's arrival might pause the Isak rumors, Reds fans know the story isn't over. The idea of Isak joining Salah, Diaz, and Ekitike to spearhead Liverpool's attack is enough to excite everyone at Anfield.
As a passionate Liverpool fan, we can say there's reason to feel more confident about Luis Diaz staying this summer. Bayern Munich, who had shown interest in our number 7, now seems to be looking for alternatives. According to journalist Christian Falk via The Daily Briefing, the Bavarians have other names on their radar, and although they still see Diaz as an interesting option, he is not a priority at the moment. Bayern is reportedly evaluating Malik Fofana, a promising young player, but one who would be expensive for someone who hasn't reached his peak yet. This plays in favor of Diaz, who has already proven to be decisive, scoring 13 goals and providing 5 assists last season. Falk pointed out that many Premier League clubs are closer to signing Fofana than Bayern, which leads us to wonder, could Liverpool be one of those clubs? If we really are considering Fofana, it could indicate that the board is preparing for a possible departure of Diaz. Still, there's nothing concrete. The Colombian is under contract with us until 2027, and even though he earns less than some of his teammates, Liverpool doesn't seem willing to sell him for just any price. A departure will only happen if the deal is right for the club, as always. And let's be honest, even though many people, myself included, were disappointed with some off-field behavior, like that unfortunate moment when Diaz appeared at a party while everyone else was honoring Jota, that doesn't erase his talent. But it does show that if he's going to leave, it should be with dignity and for a fair price. The club has been preparing, with names like Rodrigo being speculated as possible replacements. Meanwhile, Arne Slot is probably breathing a little easier with Bayern's uncertainty. Keeping Diaz would be a valuable boost for the upcoming season, especially considering the ongoing squad rebuild. But one thing is certain, if he is sold, Liverpool will act wisely, as it always has, and will look for someone worthy to keep us moving toward the top. In the end, the Diaz saga is far from over. But whatever the outcome, we Reds fans just want to see a strong Liverpool, united and with a squad fully committed to the shirt. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.